Hello everybody, what is up? This is Antiga, and I'm back, and I'm more than excited to bring you some great Starcraft 2 games. And as soon as I load the replay, because I forgot to click enter, we're going to jump into a game, believe it or not. And just so I'll do a quick plug right here, right there. Emanate, Team Emanations, I'm their official caster, which that doesn't really mean anything yet. I haven't casted anything for them. But, anyway, this replay is loaded. Here we are in the top right hand corner position, like the 2 o'clock of Antiga Shipyard. It is the Red Terran, DarthCaesar. I like that name. I like it a lot. Up here in the top left hand corner position, the blue Protoss. It is shArk. shArk, okay, that nickname salvages itself purely because uppercase A. Because DarthCaesar, that's a pretty cool name. If you watch my stream a lot, you'll understand that really we judge the heck out of people's names. I am very critical of people's usernames. Mine's not the best, but look at this, DarthCaesar, cool name. Pretty excited opening there. But I'm pretty critical of people's names because I think you need to be creative. It's your name. You'll keep it forever. shArk just kind of was like, what's my favorite animal? A shark. Okay. Unless there's symbolism. If this upward A is because that's how a fin looks in the water from a shark, this nickname went from terrible to awesome. Not terrible. It went from mediocre to awesome. That's pretty sweet. DarthCaesar, pretty good nickname, as DarthCaesar drops down to 12 barracks. And the 12 gateway here out of shArk. So pretty standard TVP opening right now. A lot of time we do see the 1 racks. Gas looks fast expand out of Terran. That means that he will be going up to that. He'll be going up to 400 minerals out of that barracks, and then the chances are he'll be plopping down 3 more barracks right here in his main. Got a little trap with the probe there, but a little good micro with that there. The gas is out for shArk. shArk, most Protosses are playing this 1 gateway expand style. Some go gateway first. Really, it's a very open matchup right now, as we do see the wall off now completed by Caesar. This is one of the biggest things people complained about in the beta, was that Terran was the only race to have a true wall off. And that is kind of true when you think about it. Protoss has to like do work to wall off. You have to put a Zealot on hold position. But the Cybernetics core does go down, so we are seeing a straight and narrow game here out of DarthCaesar and shArk. And unlike my last game, my microphone is actually on. I cast like 3 games 4 or 5 days ago, and just didn't have the microphone on, so I don't even know. We do see that the Marine is out here to poke around, and this SCV, as you saw the mule fly in front of our faces, see this SCV is going to be landing down the command center. If you have wondered why I haven't been casting, I've got one of those job things, and it's absolutely terrible because I have to be somewhere at a certain time and do certain things, and that's not cast Starcraft. Like, I am so tired right now, but I'm here doing it because I love it, and I love you guys. There is that command center that we talked about, and 2 gas geysers are going up here in the main, actually, so deviating a little bit from what we would call textbook. This isn't not standard, but often you'll see that command center being thrown down, and then you'll see 2nd racks, 3rd racks, 4th racks being thrown down. And as we talked about it, there's the core, and then the follow-up with the Nexus there. So we did see the 1 gate fast expand as well. So this will put both players on a very even economic field here. The bunker is going up from DarthCaesar. Still such a sick nickname. To prevent this Stalker run by that is going to be happening. This Stalker, as soon as it finishes, no doubt we will almost be seeing come up here, poke to see if there's an expansion, then go home. Kind of interested to see what kind of tech DarthCaesar chooses to go with here. Often in the TVP matchup, we do see that players go for bionic, like the Terran player goes for a bionic ball with stim, concussive, and combat shield. Wow, almost forgot the other critical Marine upgrade. We see that heavy bio play, and we see the Protoss go for Colossus gateway units, transitioning later into High Templar Archon. Do you see this Archon doing a pretty good scout? Silly shArk, you're not playing against a Protoss. Checking for that hidden tech. That's so beta. We do see a factory coming out here very nicely now from DarthCaesar. So he's going to be going straight up to medevac production. If I had my guess, that's what he's going to be doing. And very shortly here, we'll be throwing in some additional barracks. Because he's up to 360 minerals. That means there is more production coming soon. The Stalker that we talked about is going to come up here and poke. And it's going to get up there. It's going to see the bunker. Realize I don't want to go up there. And back right away. He might go up there and try to take a little bit of shield damage. But Not too much going to be taken there. And we do see the tech lab coming down here on the factory. That means we are going to be seeing Banshees. And oh, this Stalker is going to get picked off very nicely down there out of DarthCaesar. Those 7 Marines just jumping right on that Stalker, and the lack of control there from shArk costing him a little bit. Gateways are done now, and the third one is now finally morphing in. Did you know Protoss doesn't build units, they morph them in from Ire? Fun fact, nerds. Fun fact. And when you kill a Protoss unit, it doesn't actually die. It warps back up to Ire. So, fun fact, today you learned. So we do see the starport going down here. We most likely see a Banshee. There it is. Will we see Cloak? Yes, we do. And there is another barracks, because I speak English good. There is another barracks coming down here. And so he will be going into that traditional bio phase that we see out of Terrans oh so often. Do you see a siege tank on the way? So actually, I'm completely wrong with every analysis I made. We are seeing a 1-1-1 off of 2 bases, and it's going to have some additional bio support. We are going to see the Cloaked Banshees, the siege tank, and we'll be probably getting siege mode here very shortly. I wouldn't be surprised, because that's actually very helpful against Stalkers. 3 Marines are going to go up here and pick off another. Ooh, getting that Stalker down to just 20 life left on those shields. That's completely okay, though. First siege tank is out. First Banshee is out. And where is that Banshee rally to? Is he just chilling? He is just chilling. It's such an interesting rally point. And he's actually going to make his way across the map now with this Banshee. This still looks a little bit like a 1-1-1 me, especially since we see the vehicle plating going down now. Where is the armory? That would have tipped me off a long time ago. I missed an armory. Wow. Alright, we do see the Banshee is now in here, focusing down probes. 2 shots for Banshee does kill a probe. There are 2 probes down now, working on a third, so very nicely done here by shArk thus far. 1 probe needs 1 more hit. 1 probe needs 1 more hit. Ooh, very nice cloak there out of DarthCaesar, but the Observer is there, and these sentries do tickle a lot, actually. And will those Stalkers morph in time? No. The Banshee does get out of there, so not too bad. I always like to get my Banshees up to 8 kills before I consider them truly cost effective. Yes, he might have paid for the Banshee by now, but at this point I would still like him to get it up to 8 before it earned him money. Something that should be noticed that we just saw on screen is that DarthCaesar is repairing that Banshee. That is something that, for some reason, Terrans just don't do. You have a Raven with 1 hit point, take it back to base and let it sit there with 1 hit point. As we are getting a good look here at the infrastructure of the Protoss player. 4 gates, and 6 gates inside the main. A Robo pumping out an Observer. And we do see the double forge production going for those upgrades that are at 80%. And a robotics bay dropping down. So we are going to see the transition into Colossus. A Raven on the way for the Terran player. This Terran knows how to make Ravens. Watch out, Zerg. Watch out, okay? This Terran knows how to make Ravens. The Observer is actually just going to miss this Banshee. And these 3 Banshees will do quick work over here. There's not an Observer. There is actually an Observer right there, if I could see correctly. He needs to focus fire these Banshees down. It would be very in his benefit to do so. But look at these. As it stands, Banshee's doing a lot of work. Lots of probes going down. Stalkers going down even left and right. How many workers are we up to killed now? 10 workers killed for DarthCaesar. 0 killed for shArk. The worker count as it stands, actually 60 to 43 in favor of DarthCaesar. So DarthCaesar already is macroing a little bit better than his opponent anyway. He'd be up by about 8 workers anyway. But add on top of that he's killed 10 full drones. 10 of those bad boys. And he's just going to go ahead and take a 3rd expansion. Says, I'm ahead of you. I've got a decent army. I've got a decent economy. I'm going to get ahead. What does this Observer see? What does he know? He only knows about the Banshees and the Marines. He's not seen the factory. He's not seen the tanks. Really has no idea. Here comes the Observer, and is actually going to see the tanks and stuff, and he's going to know what's coming. The Banshee is going to scout it out and get that Observer picked off. But what's going to happen inside the base of the Protoss now that he sees this? 1 Immortal is out, and no more Immortals are on the way. Going to rely on Colossus. If he gets that extended thermal lance out, that actually outranges the siege tank. We do see, sorry about the jerky camera motion, I was bouncing my fat body off of the table. I was like, oh gosh, my webcam's like freaking out right now. Do you see the 3rd base going down? As we talked about, it is about 70%, and this big push from the Terran player is relatively unscouted by the Protoss. Has really no idea there is this giant army moving across the map, and it's going to be very tough for him to deal with. Army supply is not so bad. It's going to come down to the engagement point. A lot of Zealots getting picked off here very early on. That siege thing, how much energy is on this Raven? Is there enough for a defense drone? No, there is not, but it doesn't matter. Pylon that could warp in on the low ground does go down. And here comes the Protoss. It's going to engage. No. Faked me out. Now I have to reload the UI. And look at this. This Guardian Shield not being too cost effective. Very nice point defense drone there. That did go down. What are we going to see here out of the Protoss player? How is he going to deal with this contain? Look at this. There's even another army waiting back here with the Thors that were produced. Blink is about to be started by the Protoss player. I saw the Twilight Council finish, and I was like, Blink is not even close. Dark Shrine is on the way. Dark Shrine going to get him up to that Archon tech. He can make Archons now, but they're cheaper with the Dark Templars than they are with High Templars. Still, oh wow, what in the world are we doing here, DarthCaesar? DarthCaesar going to have a lot of bunkers up, going to make those Zealots very not efficient at all, very not efficient. This is going to make them not cost efficient at all. In fact, these tanks are just going to splatter all the Zealots. The bunker's going to eat them alive. The Thors and the Banshees are going to do work from behind. It's going to be very difficult for shArk to deal with. He's going to have to rely on some kind of miracle here because this contain just got very hard. He's going to have to rely on maybe a warp prism to sneak around the back and do sick amounts of damage. Blink just now started. It's not going to be what he's after at all. Extended Thermal Lance is finished. Let's check out the upgrades. +1/+1 for the Protoss. And what do we have here for the Terran? +1/+0. So the Protoss does have that in favor of him. He has an extra armor upgrade up on his opponent. But I don't know if that's going to make too big of a difference considering this. I mean, how many bunkers do we have here? 5 bunkers. Only one isn't fully loaded. There's a barracks going down for quick reinforcement. I just don't even... There are Vikings in the field. There are Vikings being produced one at a time. Dark Templar are now in the mix for the Protoss. He's actually going to go ahead and lead with the Dark Templar. Where is the Raven? The Raven's already doing his job. Dark Templars are dead, and here come the bunker supplies. The bunkers are actually going down quite nicely here, but all that's going to be left after all this is said and done with here is just the Banshees and this Colossus. Not what you want at all. All of the army of the Protoss does go down. 181 to 94 supply for the Terran's favor. And look at this. The Banshees doing such sick work here. And this is actually all but GG. This Raven sitting up here with its point defense drone that just did so much in that fight too, rendering the Stalkers absolutely useless. Vikings even getting into the mix. Vikings and Banshees against Colossus is GG for the Protoss player. Oh my gosh, last Colossus is about to fall. Terran marching into the Protoss' base. And the Protoss' big mistake was getting cornered and getting trapped inside of his own base. 192 supply to 61 supply. This game is all over but the GG. I don't even know what to say about this. This is just bad. This should be in a Terran montage video how destructive this is. Upgrades did finish for the Protoss player. +2, +0 is on the way for the Terran. We're going to continue in cast. It's like there's nothing weird happening. There is some Stalkers morphing in down here to do reinforcement damage. I don't even know because I don't think 5 Stalkers is really good base trade army. 6 Stalkers, excuse me. 6 Stalkers is not good base trade. There is nothing left here for the Protoss. No pylons are hidden anywhere. This is what we got to deal with. Protoss player just kind of needs the GG. And he doesn't do it for like 45 more seconds, mind you. Because the drop.sc thing said this was 19 minutes. So we have a little bit more time left here. I don't even... Well, we can talk about... I really like baseball. I've been playing a lot of Magic the Gathering. It's a fun game. I pulled into Johnny, the Planeswalker. That like 4 loyalty cat out of a packet pre-release. Pretty sick. If you play Magic, hit me up. We can talk Magic and stuff. Follow me on Twitter at I'mJerman. I don't have the music on. No, I did. Alright. Last stuff of the Protoss is dying now. And it looks like we are finally going to wrap this game up. The barracks has been landed. Is this really happening? You know, I thought that was a pylon. I was like, this isn't real life. Don't do this to me. Oh, the Terran pulling a lot of probes. But it doesn't matter because he's still got a billion here. Checking out the army supply just for the benefit. 18 to 105. Last pylons are going down here. There is a pylon upside in the main. Oh, that was the Dark Shrine. It's dead now. And then the delayed kill on the pylon. Just like 1 hit point left. Does he stop army? And then like the army kills it on accident. Dang it, Army. Macro Command Center is GG button engaged. Could have got 2 more down if you really played right. Oh, that was fun to watch. Follow me on Twitter. I'm Jermaine. Subscribe to me on YouTube. It's up there somewhere. You know where it is. And please check out the Semi-Pro Gaming League, which will be on spgl.tv. That releases July 20th. Go play in it. Go play in it. Look up Semi-Pro Gaming League on Team Liquid. I'll actually have a link in my chat boxes on future videos as soon as I find the thread. But look up Semi-Pro Gaming League, or look up the username Drogith, Drogith. He runs some great leagues for some great players, and you can win cash money at these things. We have Kingston HyperX is sponsoring. Kingston HyperX is sponsoring Acer, Acre. The guys that make the glowy lights that look really cool when you put them in your USB port and they glow a certain color, those guys are sponsoring. And I have a set of those upstairs that I'm going to demo. So sick. They're so cool. I plugged one into my computer the other day. I was like, oh my. They'll be lucky if they get these back. But yeah, be on the lookout for that league. I'll be casting it along with Metal Teeth 9. Go check him out on YouTube, youtube.com/MetalTeeth9. Cool guy, cool caster. But other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut this VOD. Really, guys, thank you so much for watching. Good luck. Have fun.